There we go. 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 Now I'm hoping this works. I'm actually using blue tack on my phone. Because obviously here I can't go live because once upon a time I did have 1,000 subs, and they went down because I decided not to do any YouTube activity anymore. Anyway, we are, well, here it is Friday morning. So after this, I'm off for 2 nights, which I really can't wait for. I really can't wait for. And but even after I finish here this morning, which will be at 7 o'clock, you know, I have to go to the pharmacist to deliver some medications to a vulnerable person. I don't mind doing that, you know, it's something I like to do. It gives me a little bit of a sense of purpose, you know. Although sometimes, you know, before when I wasn't working, when I was furloughed, when I was off, you know, all the scheme and stuff like that. Look at it here, guys. Look at it here. Yeah, but before I was like, I don't mind doing that. But you know, when you're finishing at 7 o'clock and the first thing you want to do is just get home and just like go to your bed, you know, which is what I will be doing once I've went home, had a coffee, I'm having to think, I'm so tired, went back out to the pharmacist, and I'll do a little tour because it's, in fact, I'm doing this because of, I'll be wearing a different jacket, so that'll be the case. So I'll be walking through the famous church. So don't know. I might do a little video of that. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I think when you know when it's your last day for a couple of nights, you know, before you get back to work on Sunday night, and it's like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just enjoy the time that you have off, and I haven't been doing that, as you guys know, and I keep saying it, keep saying we're gonna do this. Good news! I got good news from Hunter of Destiny. Hunter of Destiny, you fulfilled my soul. You did. I didn't know anything about the Mass Effect remaster. I know it'll be next year, but hey, I can wait till next year. Yeah, we can all do that. We're all probably gonna have to wait till next year for a lot of things anyway, or at least until the end of the year. You know, what we're discovering now is okay. Yes, a lot of restrictions are going to be unrestricted. What's going on? What's going on? But the full lockdown is not going to be off until about September. You know, so I think schools are going to go back in some countries, in some regions in this country. I don't know. I don't know. By June, and then they're trying to, I think next week, open up some cafes that have outdoor areas, which makes sense. Makes sense, especially if you want to get the business running again. And but for places like here, I just don't know how it's gonna work. Um, as I say, I'm going to be back to my normal complex in a couple of weeks, and we've got a massive delivery just over there. Massive boxes. In fact, I'll show you them just now. I'll show you them. Might as well. Might as well. Yeah, I was in the middle of making a coffee, and I thought, oh, why not? Why not just show you the yeah. And this, guys, this is not for the NHS workers that we've got staying here. All this stuff is for us, and it's It's full of medical equipment, it's full of masks, it's full of, I don't know if there's visors in it. I can't really check because they'll know I've opened it. And it's basically addressed to my boss. So I don't think it's the wisest move of me to open it. Well, I could open it and just sort of like sellotape it back it down or something like that, but I'm not that sort of guy. Sarah, just something there I know you like to see. Yeah, it's coffee time, guys. It's coffee time, and it's late. It's late. It's always late when I make these videos. And hold on, give me a second to click the kettle. Click the kettle. When did I ever use a phrase like that? I use phrases like that when I am tired and when I have had enough. And you know what, guys? I have had enough. I want to go home. I want to go home now. Obviously, I can't go home now because I have to be here. Yes, we have milk. Oh, the managers here are a godsend. Because I felt a little bit guilty about using the milk when they're here during the day. Because that's the thing, the bosses are still coming in during the day here. You know, so I don't know, it's strange. I think a lot of it's to do with, you know, it's all very well saying, oh yeah, it's nice, let's work at home for a while, but it's gonna do your head in after a while. Of course it's going to. And I get that, So on the way here tonight, I popped in to see a friend in George Street, which none of you guys will know. I don't know, I'm mentioning the name of the street. And she, excuse me, delivers newspapers. So we had a couple of glasses of wine, and thought, why not? It was ace, it was really nice. It was just nice, and it gave me a right nice chilled feeling. But then as soon as you have to come in here, it's like back on the coffees again. So, you know, hey, I'm not complaining. And that's the thing. I think in the last sort of, give me a sec, guys. I think in the last sort of few weeks and months, not months, but especially like maybe the last 2 months, I've done a lot of complaining. But at the end of the day, I should be happy that I was taken back into a full-time position. And I shouldn't complain. So it's coffee time. This is my third coffee of tonight, actually. I thought it was the second, but it's not, it's the third. And, you know, as long as things are taken care of here in the office, there's no complaints, there's nothing to worry about. One of my managers will be covering tonight, and tomorrow night. He's a nice guy. Oh God, these offices are so, they're so, I don't know, narrow, you know. Excuse me, I'm a narrow person myself in terms of like, you know, quite slim. I can sort of like do all that and stuff, but yeah, as you can see, guys, the door is still not repaired, so God knows when that's going to be happening, or if it's going to, well, I'm sure it's going to happen at some point, but that's only going to be until we're up and running fully, you know, I do hope everyone's doing okay, and do you know, I've been looking at, I think I mentioned before, a few weeks ago, apart from the fantastic news that Hunter of Destiny provided for me about Mass Effect, which really was superb news, you know. You know, I mean, those games to me, especially the second game, it was just it to me ranks as one of the best games of all time. I know not everyone's into games like that, but if you ever get the chance to play this game, play it. And I know it's not until next year. These games are coming out remastered or remakes. I don't know. I'm too tired to even care about the definition, right? It's only 20 past 2 in the morning. Oh God. As I said earlier on, guys, after here, I leave in, what, 5 hours' time. I have to go home, then I have to go and do my journey through the famous churchyard of doom. Then I have to go back, drop off those prescriptions to my neighbour, and then I have to do something else, but I can't remember what it is. Probably sleep. I think that might be an option. I think that might be an option. Yeah, I'll be doing that. So, but I would like to go live, and that's quite frustrating for you because I was looking at some of the screens, thinking, is there, are there cameras and stuff like that? Just to go live on and just to log into my account, but there are none. So got a message from my friend Kevin. As I'm saying, every time when I'm doing stuff like this, but I've already told him. He says no, no, no. It won't be till later on. So anyway, I have to drop off something to him. I can't remember what it is. It's nothing serious, nothing too urgent. But yeah. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Are you guys well? Are you guys functioning? The last sort of 2 nights, not last 2 nights, but night before, last night I was fine. The night before, on the way here, I got a little bit, I don't know, mindful. Mindful's the word. I don't want to be too, like, oh my God, and all that stuff, but as I say, I've mentioned this before as well. When things are like, happening like this, you do tend to think about things and dear, that's it. Yeah, you miss your family, you miss your friends, you miss people that are close to you in general, and that's been happening, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I got really upset. I just thought, no, this is not what I want. But yeah, it looks like the plan of action is going to be easing of restrictions. That's what I actually meant to say earlier on. Such as opening cafes, opening beer gardens, not bars, but beer gardens. Bars, yes, but you would have to order. That's going to happen for a while. From what I gather as well, they're toning down. I hate the word toning down because it doesn't sound right in this circumstance. But you've got the 6 foot social distance, right? I think they're going to be toning that down to 3 foot now. I know a lot of you guys are from England, Wales, so in your terms that'll be like, you say 2 meters down there, so that might be like 1 meter, 1.5 meter. It'll be toned down, and eventually it'll be untenable. It's going to be untenable anyway. No matter what people think, it's going to be untenable. I think, in my opinion, to keep keep going. You know, it's just not going to be able to happen, especially if you want to, keep going as an economy. I mean, it's right though. And don't get me wrong, it's right. It should be happening. And in fact, in my opinion, it should be further than that. It should be further than 6 feet. It should be 10 feet. You know, but you can't work a business like that. You can't work a business like that. You know, you need to be able to. Aside of that, you have protective screens on hotels. You know, on everything. And again, that makes it look like a Fort Apache. And again, that just puts people off. I mean, we're going back. That's taking us back to the days of like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when things were rife, like crime was huge and folk had, like, remember, I don't know, I mean, when I was a kid, I'm going back to the 80s, when I was a very young kid, I was like, this, even the early 90s as well, um, crime was so rife, every shop would have screens up. You couldn't, you'd have to hand money over and stuff like that. And it seems that we're reverting back to this sort of thing, and that's not what I want to see in life. I mean, when I always remember when the year 2000 finally dawned, it was a fantastic year. To me personally, it was one of the most fantastic years I'd ever had. And for the majority of the following year, it was even better. And then something happened in September of 2001, which I think we all know about. It affected the entire world, and it changed the world forever. And I don't think we've ever been the same since. And I think we've became too much of, I don't know, a worrisome nation. We've become a worrisome world. But I think we need to take chances in life, guys. Life is for living. You only get one shot of it. Unless you're Buddhist and you believe that you might come back as something else, which something. I'm open minded to stuff like that. I'm not religious at all. You guys know that. But I'm still open minded to it. I'm still open minded to a lot of things. Um, so I would still say, and I'm always respectful about people's beliefs. I think you have to be, because if you, most of the people that I've met that are, say, religiously orientated tend to be quite open-minded. I think. I've had Jehovah's Witnesses paint my house before. Pretending that I'm gonna join the cult and stuff like. Sorry, join the group. There I go again, being anti-Semitic and all that stuff. But which I'm not, of course. But you know what I mean. You know, you have to be open-minded. I think if you're closed-minded, then fine. I'm not saying that people can't be who they're not. They have to be who you are, absolutely. But I would always say, at least listen to people. Chances are you're not gonna take them up on it. You're not gonna believe them. You're not gonna care less about what they think or what they say, which is fine, which is completely fine. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with being open-minded in life. And because as I say, life is there to be discovered, and there's so much out there that we don't know about, and not just in this life, but I would say in space and the ocean. I think they often call the ocean the fourth dimension. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong, but I know it's something to do with the fourth or the third dimension or something like that. But some of the ocean life is like is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. It's like when you see some of the videos and the the YouTube videos or even documentaries, just like in general, of things like the Great Barrier Reef and the colors and the color of the fish. And again, I've told many of you guys why I would love to have a tropical fish tank, because I just find that sort of thing so relaxing. And I've seen myself putting on YouTube videos where I've just like I've literally watched just tropical fish swimming on my my computer, and I can't do it so much now because now I have Bella. She sees these things, and you don't have a computer anymore because she will just try and attack them. So it's different, but I could do it here, I guess. But I've done pretty much most of what I need to do. I heard a printout coming through, so I don't know. I'm sure it's nothing too urgent. If it is, it won't be that urgent. It will still be easily taken care of. So once I'm finished here, as I say, guys, I will be headed home, then headed back out through the old churchyard. And I'm hoping it's a nice day. As I say, we actually finally had proper rain at last. Because we did have that one day of rain. Because remember I was telling you guys about how we've had like no rain for, and we literally had no rain for like 5 weeks. No rain. And we had one day where it drizzled for about 10 minutes, and I was like, I was wanting this, Listen to this. Look what I've got, guys. I needed it because the air conditioning in this hotel is just non-functional. So I can do that. Was it Jackie Onassis or... No, it wasn't Jackie Onassis, it was Marilyn Monroe. He did the thing with the hair thing, and with the dress and all that stuff, and she would do something like, and me and my cousin joke about this, by the way, so don't judge me, by the way. I'm gonna sing you a little song. I have to get close, right? Not too close so it sucks my hair in, right? I want to be loved by you, you do. Do 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 do. I want to be loved by you, nobody else but you. I want to be loved by you, just you do do. A boop boop be doop. Sarah, you know damn well that song is meant for you. And look. Oh no, hold on, it doesn't work. It's because I did my hair today, so. But Rev, yeah, I'm not gonna shave it off. I'm gonna let it grow. I'm just gonna let my hair grow. If my bosses just say to me, you need to get your hair cut, well, I'm gonna say to them, well, pay for it. Pay for me to get the PPI and get it cut, because I don't see why I should put myself in danger, and I'm not giving myself a skinhead for nobody. Why should I? Guys, there's been a few people that have left messages on my channel, which has been really nice, and I appreciate those as well. And one person, I think she's from Paisley in Glasgow, and she's really nice, and she mentioned, I won't mention names obviously, but she mentioned that my videos and talks have sort of helped, and I really appreciate that, because it's not something I could ever see myself being. Although I am Ducky Quack Quack psychiatrist, But she just refuses to sit on the couch. It's all those feathers. They get everywhere. That's what it is, But anyway. I hope to see you guys this weekend, and there's absolutely no doubt that I will see you guys this weekend. So, again, you've had the song, and 2 nights off coming, guys, after tonight. You will see me. Have a fantastic night. Cubby, I've been thinking about you. Nah, I haven't really. But, nah, I have. I've been thinking about you all. I've been thinking about Sarah and Ducky and Holly. Ducky and Holly. Ducky and Hunter. And Gary. You know? And you can tell I've hit the end of the week. I've hit the 5th day or the 6th day. I don't know which one it is. I'm tired, but hey, nice coffee. I've put about 3 spoonfuls in here actually. What I might do, in fact, every time I come in here, they change how I want things to be. I don't want it like this. You know, leave it to me. I'm not saying I'm some sort of computer whiz, because obviously I'm not. You know, I'm far from a computer whiz. But it would be nice to have, you know, just things left alone, because they don't even need to touch those screens. That's my, you know, that's my thing. That's what I do, you know. Plus the fact that they leave you like 1 billion gallons of paperwork. Nah, they don't. They don't. Not at the moment, because we haven't got much to actually get through. There's outside. But everything's nice. Everything's nice just now. So quiet. There was a few scallies and chavs kicking about earlier on. You know what I mean? But there's none of them now. So they've either been, I don't know, told to go home or arrested. And even if they do get arrested in this country, they just get sent home anyway. So it's like, it doesn't make any difference. Here we are, back at the business centre. You know what this is? No feathers. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, but I'm just aware for a bit of fresh air, even though I've got the fan upstairs, which is fantastic, because I really needed it, because the air conditioning was complete bollocks and it wasn't working. So, got that sorted now. So, anyone wants to update me on things and tell me, oh god, I hate it when I'm like, I have to have certain angles, you know, I just can't stand it. Can't stand seeing my face with scars and stuff like that. It really, I've told you the guys this 1 billion times, but it really does. It's crazy. I've lived like this all my life, you know, like since the age of 12, you know. I mean, God, 30, you know. I don't know. What am I? I mean, God, it's crazy, you know. I'm gonna be, what, 38 soon, you know. No, that's a lie. I'll be 37 in August. Yeah. So okay, I was making myself older, but yeah. But when you've been living with this for like, well, it feels like 40 years, you know. I mean, I think I've had this sort of issue since I was a kid, you know, since a toddler. I was always having bad skin issues. It started off as eczema, you know. I don't know if you guys know what that is. And now here I am, and it's just, I'm on pills for it now, you know. I was on pills for it many times, but I would never stick to them, because they would always give me stomach complaints, they'd give me, you know, all these problems, and it's like anything else. There's always a problem with I don't know what's the word. You know, you take a medication. There's always a side effect, you know, to things like this, and but yeah, I think in this case, I think I'm alright. I think it's getting better. You know, I think it's getting better. I used to have it terrible, terrible on my back. That was a prime example. And again, oh, you know, but once I started, I couldn't look at my back for years. I couldn't look at certain areas. I'll be honest with you guys. This is something I don't talk about very often. But there was many times I couldn't even look at a shop window. I couldn't even look at a shop window in case I saw my reflection, because I'd see myself having to go home, you know, or just, you know, just totally retreat, you know, totally retreat, and because it really affects you, you know, it really affects you, and I had a lot of teasing growing up, you know, about it, you know, and you know, in my early teens, you know, especially, which is normal for teenagers to do, because teenagers are fuckers, you know, we all know that, and here we are 25 years later, you know, from the age of 13, you know, you're still getting them, you know, you're still getting them, but I thought, no, I'm going to stick with these medications, and they are working, they honestly are working, and even my brother, who I saw a few months ago before we don't really have a lockdown in this country, but we've got a flexi down, you know. We've got advisory. It's a semi-lockdown, as I've said before. And even he said to me, he says, he could not believe the change, you know, in me. And that made me feel fantastic. And he doesn't watch any of this, but, you know, and me and him weren't very close for a lot of years, but one thing I will say right now, I love him to bits, and I love all my family, I love all my friends, and I also love myself. I also love these, and I know there's a person called Sarah Enriquez Diaz who also loves these. I don't know why. As I said, look at this. She's got some sort of fetish about black leather, you know. So I have to I don't know. I have to give her some sort of like assistance and help, and you know, keep her cravings, you know, craved. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna give you a shout back. Probably not tonight. In fact, it'll be tomorrow. Well, this morning actually. See, I'm thinking of your time zones. Most of you guys in the US, and yeah, I'll do a little video going through the old churchyard, picking up those medications for my neighbour. And remember, I love every single one of you. Every single one of you. And have a great night. Good night. Here we go, I'm getting bright now. Here we go.